We're back.
Double coverage, double coverage, double coverage.
Mama, we made it.
The network picked us up. We're like established now.
We need the signs that says like clap, cheer, laugh.
J-Mac here, D-Mac to the right. Welcome to Double Coverage.
Mama, we made it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Double Coverage with the McCourty twins. Devin to my left. I'm your host, Jason. Appreciate you guys always tuning in right here on NESN. And if you don't get a chance to catch it on NESN,
Where can they get it? Where can they get it?
They can get it on YouTube or iTunes. All you have to do is search Double Coverage with the McCourty twins and keep up with us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at McCourty Twins, and check out our website for any news, some merchandise, McCourtyTwins.com.
That's where you get all the cool stuff at, right?
That's what they say.
Is this on there?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it looks good on you. Just
Thank
want to let you know.
Thank you.
It's a good day today. It's been a while since we've come in here and talked about a game without saying, yeah, we just got to win next week. Obviously, we want to win next week, but we can say today we won last week, and that feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Obviously, we didn't play up to our standards, especially in the secondary, giving up too many big plays. But like you said, it is a lot easier to review it and move on after a win. And they've been a little bit tougher to come by this season, so you can see the excitement at the end of that game, and guys just fired up. And as I've always told you throughout my career, it's extremely hard to win in the NFL, and sometimes you take it for granted when it's going well and you're rolling. And this year has taught us to really, cherish those moments and those victories and strive for it week in and week out,
Yeah, and don't mind us. We're going to spend a little time on this because it's been 4 games since we won, so we're going to keep dissecting this. And I will say, even though, obviously coming off a 4-game losing streak, anytime your kicker hits a walk-off, it's just
true.
It's just an intense, elite feeling. Everyone jumping around. 2010, my rookie year, we played the Ravens. Stevie G hits the game-winning field goal after we go to overtime. We played the Giants in 15. Steve hits the game-winning field goal. So, those are just off the top of my head. And then Nick comes in last night, hit his field goals.
Whole team.
From everywhere that he needs to, all his PATs. And then we drive down. We get in field goal position, little deep, and Nick comes in after, not even feeling well on Friday, not practicing, and kicks the game winner. And I think when you see that excitement, even like before halftime when the kicker nails like a 58 or 60-yard field
Fired
goal,
up.
Everyone's fired up. And at the end of a game like that, back and forth, come from behind, and he hits that field goal, you could just see everybody's excitement. And that's the energy we need going forward for all these games we got.
And I don't know if you know, Sunday was Jacoby Myers' birthday. And
if you didn't know, you found out.
He put up a birthday performance, 12 catches, 169 yards. We're watching from the sideline. We're just like, early on, JC's like, yo, he's going to go for 100 yards. And then you look up, you're like, he has to be over 100 yards at this point. And he just showed up. He was everywhere, making plays, coming up with catches for Cam. And it's exciting to see that, especially as 2 older guys, a younger guy coming in. You've seen him develop from last year to this year, and he's putting in work, so that was definitely fun to watch.
Yeah, we got to get him on next week.
Yeah,
this week was tough. Monday night, early the next
early.
This
I haven't slept yet.
Yeah, this
early.
is tough out here. Tough in these streets.
Speaking of birthdays, though, a quick shout out to our older brother. His 50th was this past yesterday, Tuesday. So happy birthday to Larry. Big L is what we call him. Enjoy your birthday. So.
Yeah, talk about birthdays. Jacoby got to celebrate his birthday right because on the football field. But like almost everybody else in the country, you can't really celebrate your birthday right. My guy's turning 50, and we can't even throw the 50th bash. But we'll send him some nice gifts. Get him right.
He got to celebrate a new president being elected, though.
Yeah, how about that?
Joey B. from Scranton, PA, home of Dunder Mifflin.
Is that where he's from?
Scranton.
Wow.
Look at that.
I wonder if he ever wants to be on the show. Now they got it. But they got to bring it back first.
Yeah, I wore my Michael Scott T-shirt to the game.
I didn't know
on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't take a picture of it. So that was kind of like a salute to Joe Biden. Scranton, PA.
Respect. Joe Biden comes out running. Did you see that?
He was fired up.
Comes out running. Everybody's talking about his age. He's too old. He said, hold on.
He was fired up.
Hold on. And shout out not only Joe Biden, but Kamala Harris, first female vice president. How cool is that? You know, I saw some pretty amazing things throughout social media that night. Former teammate, former Patriot James E. Hedibo posted that his 6-year-old daughter Grace looked at the TV and said, "Wow, Daddy, is she the vice president?" He said, "Yes," and she said, "She's the same skin color as me." And I think that's so awesome. I'm actually reading or listening to Eric Dyson's book on Jay-Z, and Beyonce, Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom, talked about in their house always hanging artwork and stuff of black people so her daughters could see that. And JC now does the same thing, buying famous painters and artists that were black and went through different struggles. And it's cool to see, you know, kids growing up getting to see just so many different things. You know, obviously 2020 has been tough. But there's a lot of things that you see nowadays that you didn't see, you know, 10, 15 years ago that I think is amazing for the next generation.
No doubt. And the last thing on the presidential election is just I enjoyed the fact that when Joe Biden got up there, he talked about unifying the country. And I think that's what's going to be most important as we move forward. And hopefully it's a new day. And I saw different people just saying they're proud to be able to call him their president. And obviously, you know, with politics, it's all great when somebody gets elected and then it's all right for the next 4 years. Well, let's see what you do.
What you going to do?
So we'll see. Let's apply the pressure.
Yeah, we on you, Joey B.
But shout out to Logan Ryan.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show,
say that.
no doubt about it. The guy went through a tough week. Wife was traveling, went through some things medically.
She really had, you know, shout out my wife, doctor. When I see all this stuff, I just text her words. I don't know what this means. I don't know what that means. And really, she said a good thing. He told the trainer, shout out to Giants trainer, came through, set her up. She was in Tampa, told her to go to the hospital, has emergency surgery.
Saved her life.
Saved her life. In the end, had a miscarriage, lost a baby. But Logan ends the game. As his wife said, "I need you to bring me a ball home." Intercepts the ball, ends the game against Washington. Tells his wife, "I love you, baby. This one's for you." Logan, great guy. Awesome to see him doing it really in the hometown back in Jersey.
No doubt about it. Speaking of awesome, Mike Tomlin, 14 winning seasons. First 14 seasons, all winning seasons. Pretty incredible. I mean, the guy's just been winning since he's been in Pittsburgh, so it's been impressive.
Just throw him in the Hall of Fame now.
I mean, I heard him at the rookie symposium my year coming out, and he was just impressive. You know, his way of motivating and getting guys to listen it definitely stuck with me. And if you're listening, there will be no fans at Gillette Stadium.
We were hoping as these games got down the stretch just to get that energy back in the stadium when we run out, just to hear the cheers, but it won't happen, and we miss you guys. And I just wanted to say it twice because we really do miss them. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you run out the locker room for that introduction, and it's just like the New England Patriots. And it's just, But I will give credit. Kansas City, if you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, the opening song when we ran out, that was a song Kansas City played, and it's like a little clown song. Google it. I thought that was pretty impressive. I'm a big fan of like arena, stadium, the ability to engage the crowd. Like from a fan's perspective, even when you're sitting on the sideline, I remember playing in Houston and they would throw the kiss cam up and they would come on our bench and me and you'd be sitting next to each other, and then you look up, you're on the kiss cam. I always think
Miami
cool.
would always throw Bill and Tom up there, even though they weren't together. They split screen. And Pittsburgh always throws in my man Jack. TV show.
Oh, from This Is Us.
Yeah. It's hard to root against Jack, man.
Jack Pearson.
Tough loss for Clemson. Clemson goes down to Notre Dame. I guess I feel like you either love Notre Dame or you hate Notre Dame because their fans are like everywhere. But second game without Trevor Lawrence, go all the way down to end, lose in overtime. How do they even rate that loss? Because if Trevor Lawrence is there, do they lose? You know what I mean? That is the world we live in college sports and professional sports right now.
2020.
With COVID. So they'll get Trevor Lawrence back. Rutgers played tough against Ohio State. Ohio State might end up being the best team in the country now.
That's the only college football. Like if Rutgers isn't playing, I don't watch college football. So I have to take your word.
You should know Trevor Lawrence, though.
I know who he is.
Yeah.
I have to take your word on the game, though. I have no idea what happened in the game.
We appreciate your support on the show.
Thanks.
NBA draft,
November 8th.
November 18th. Free agency opens up November 20th.
Season, they're talking about starting in December.
Yeah, that's coming.
And they're talking about the repercussions that it may have on you have teams that just finished playing, teams that haven't played in a while. So
Yeah, but some of those teams that haven't played in a while, they're bad, and they haven't played in a while.
well, it's more
because
about the
they're
health
bad.
and safety of the guys. Like
Oh.
LeBron James in year 17,
He'll
Chris
be
Paul.
18.
Like these guys, they just finished playing. Now you're about to go play.
Braun said he's going to cherry pick, so he's good. No defense at first. He said like half.
Speaking of basketball, there's rumors right here in Boston that Gordon Hayward wants out. Is it true? Do you have your ear to the streets? Do you know?
I don't know, but I will say this: Gordon Hayward, top-notch guy. Gordon Hayward came in when
Is
he was.
this where you brag about that you got a chance to sit down and talk to him?
No, we all did. We all did.
I wasn't there.
That was in 18, wasn't it?
Nah.
That was in 17?
Yeah.
Oh, well, sorry to hear that. Well, I mean, Jules went to the facility for the Celtics in 18 and was hanging out with those guys. Gordon Hayward, coming back from his injury, came in and hung with us. I felt bad, him and Brad Stevens, because Gordon Hayward sat down to have lunch with us, and we call it Fellowship Friday, where we would just sit and discuss a bunch of topics, usually NBA.
We thought we could be NBA players, so
Gordon Hayward had no idea that we were going to ask him about every player that we battled out. Lonzo Ball, Deron Harmon, huge Lonzo Ball, and Shea McClellan. Is he a role player? Is he a star? Brad Stevens.
break it down.
You know what I mean? We talked about who's the top 5 in the league, top 15. So, like, he was sitting there, he was trying to eat lunch. He was like,
So you don't know whether he wants out or not.
no, but I know he's a great dude.
Because
though.
that was my question.
He's a great dude.
So you don't know.
No, but he missed the birth of his child to stay in the bubble. Dedication. But we never know how that works. They said similar to Al Horford, but who knows? Did you get a chance to check out Dave Chappelle on Saturday Night Live?
No.
Buddy's genius.
I did watch him on David Letterman's My Next Guest Up, though.
My next guest needs no introduction. If you're going to say it right. But Dave Chappelle, for one, he's on Saturday Night Live smoking a cigarette like it's nothing. And really just goes in, does his normal Dave Chappelle right on the edge, little over the edge, but it was pretty cool just to see him make fun of it and talk about, but also like he makes fun of serious things, but also like sheds light and like empowers some of that stuff. Like he's just a genius. Like when you watch his stuff, and as a kid, I didn't understand, like, you know, make fun of Prince on the show or do something, but you don't realize like some of the stuff he's doing is like really genius. So I really admire Dave Chappelle. You don't get to see him as much.
For
so
sure.
seeing him on Saturday Night Live.
Well, for
is
sure. I
pretty
mean,
cool.
I literally have been binge watching the David Letterman joint on Netflix. Been watching all of his interviews. I've Googled Letterman. I've just become a big fan and his ability. If you guys haven't, go to Netflix, check it out. This season, he interviewed Dave Chappelle, Kim Kardashian, Lizzo.
Lizzo's was pretty good.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
I watched from season 2. Ellen DeGeneres was pretty good.
My-
Kanye, Jay-Z, Barack.
Mine's definitely Jay-Z or Barack.
Have you watched Ellen?
Yeah,
That was
Ellen's is pretty good too.
Yeah. So,
Oh, we gotta take a moment. Alex Trebek, long time, I would say, in
Rest
your
in peace.
home legend, host of Jeopardy for years, and like what family didn't watch Jeopardy or play a game of Jeopardy in school? I mean, we play Jeopardy sometimes in football when we need to, you know,
way
work
to
on our
question guys
terminology
and
and
see what
stuff.
they
So
know.
definitely saddened news, I would say, for all of the world. That probably watched Jeopardy and really fell in love with Alex Trebek. So
legendary though. Like Jeopardy will always be on in some form or fashion. And you never realize probably a job of passion and the impact he was probably able to have inside living rooms throughout the world of people just turning on Jeopardy and watching it and getting laughs and trivia. You know, it was always fun. So
icon, definitely
yeah,
an
for
icon.
sure. Pfizer says they're have a vaccine that's 90% effective. You taking it?
How many times do I have to take it? Is it the 1 or is it the 2 dose? Like, we need to know these things.
Are you taking it?
I don't know. Oh, but shout out Mike Pence, said that them and Pfizer teamed up to get this done.
Pfizer refuted that.
Pfizer shut it down ASAP. You gotta love those kind of things.
don't-
We work together.
I don't get into
Me
politics.
and Jay work together. No, we didn't.
I don't get into politics. Let's get into the Dan O'Brien keeping it awesome moment of the week. What you got for us, Dan?
We got a pretty cool moment. Obviously, big game in our division. Buffalo plays Seattle.
Was hoping they would lose, but they didn't.
Yeah, but you can't knock a great story. Josh Allen, let me read this. 31 of 38, 415 yards, and 3 touchdown passes. All with finding out his grandmother passed away on Saturday. Told head coach Sean McDermott he wanted to play. And I'm sure a very emotional game, but he really put the team on his back.
I think Buffalo's now donated a ton of money.
A lot of people, I think maybe set up a GoFundMe and stuff. But just an awesome story. Josh Allen seems like an awesome dude.
I got a chance to know him a little bit at PAO this past year. Really good dude. So obviously you compete against guys on Sundays, you hate them, but you get a chance to know some guys outside of football and turn out to be some good dudes. So,
I would say for people outside of NFL, like this is what the NFL is about. Teams rallying behind guys. I'm sure every guy out there played hard, a little bit harder for him. And just cool to see, that success and how he was able to handle himself.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Next up, we got your favorite time
Twitter
on the
questions?
show, our fan Twitter questions, because these questions come right from you. What we got first? We got Eric at EricFNP.
What's for Thanksgiving dinner at the McCourty house? It's going to be different this year. Usually,
Are you cooking?
I don't know.
No, you don't cook.
Me specifically?
I know you don't cook.
I thought you meant like it's my household. I feel like I represent my household. So if my wife is cooking, that means we're cooking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've heard rumors of like fried chicken. We usually go ham, mac and cheese,
Sweet potatoes.
We'll throw in whatever veggies.
I'm not a turkey guy though. There's usually not turkey at the house.
Someday though, we're gonna fry a turkey. When I'm retired.
Someday.
When I'm retired and we got actual time to do it, and we'll
So all in all, we'll have food at the house.
we will definitely have food.
There you go.
I hit some of the key things.
What players from Jack? I'm not gonna try to say.
Sheehan 85.
There you go. What players did you grow up watching? Big Dallas Cowboys fan. So the Emmitt Smiths, the Michael Irvins, the Troy Aikmans, the Deion Sanders, all of those guys, the Leon Letts, the Larry Allens, the Moose.
The Cowboys, we get it. It was cool too. NFL Throwback was posting video of Curtis Martin as a Patriot and a Jet, and I love watching Curtis Martin.
He sent us 3 autograph.
Sent me. I wrote them, and he sent it to me, and one was for you and a friend.
So he sent us if one was for me.
No, it was sent to me though. I gave it to you. I could have gave it to anybody. Could have gave it to my other older brother.
Thank you, Curtis.
So always a fan. Terrell Davis was a fan. I was a fan of Terrell Davis.
I was about to say, I don't think he was a fan.
No, I was a fan.
Yeah, flip that around. Question number 3. Here we go. Pat's Palm, AJ Puts 1. What was your first time getting into public service volunteering, and how has that shaped your initiatives and charitable contributions?
You want to start that off?
No. Go ahead.
First time, I don't remember the exact first time, but I will say the moment that sticks out is being in college and putting on our jerseys, going to the Children's Hospital at Robert Wood Johnson in New Brunswick, and then also putting our jerseys on and going down, I think it was Trenton, New Jersey. We used to go
Special Olympics.
For the Special Olympics opening ceremony in Jersey, and that would just be huge. We would walk out as a team, and just to see the excitement and the energy.
Seeing your impact was really cool.
Yeah, and then coming to the NFL just on Tuesdays. Not knowing what was going on, I'll get a text from Donna, this is going on, Tuesday going to this school, I'll be there. And I would say it took off from there. You start to really find your passions and things you believe in, and that really jumpstarted.
And it starts early on, doing small things for people, and it gives you a good feeling, whether it's helping your grandmother with groceries, small things. And I think it grows, and like you said, in college, being able to really see the impact and see a smile you put on somebody's face is awesome.
Wrapping up the show, but also previewing next week. Got the Baltimore Ravens, Sunday Night Football. Be a tough challenge. This team does a lot of things well on offense and defense. One of the best kickers in the game with Justin Tucker. So we'll have our hands full with everything.
Jackson.
Just watching them and getting ahead. They do a lot of things well. Running game, Lamar Jackson's ability to obviously throw the ball, quick
Extend
throws,
plays.
and then able to just make plays happen. Running, extending extra time, throwing the ball downfield. He did a good amount of that against Pittsburgh, just making some plays happen. Obviously, we saw it last year up close and personal. So definitely going to be a tough challenge for the team.
Yeah, without a doubt. And before we leave out, I want to give you guys a more than an athlete. Safety Sean Williams for the Cincinnati Bengals. He won the NFLPA Communities MVP after Week 7, but he led the charge and donated $80,000 of his own money to start an initiative, which also got another $20,000, so a total of $100,000 to purchase 250 Chromebooks in Georgia, Blakely, Georgia, where he's obviously trying to help bridge the digital divide and bring kids in and help them to continue to get their education through 2020 while dealing with COVID. So shout out to Sean Williams making a change and making his community proud.
That's awesome. You're seeing a lot of those. A lot of players are helping with this.
We don't
digital
talk about
divide.
it enough.
Yeah, but it's good to see players jumping in and giving kids a new opportunity.
Without a doubt, especially back in his hometown where kids can look to him and say, hey, he did it. We can do it too. So congratulations to him winning the NFL PA Community MVP.
And most importantly, Devin and Jason's Athlete of the Week.
There you go. No doubt about it. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week right here on NESN. Make sure if you miss it, you go on YouTube or iTunes and search Double Coverage with the McCourty Twins.
Mama, we made it!